drink? The healthiest drink is tea.
Wine is a healthy drink.
The healthiest drink is tea.
Too salty. Wine is a healthy drink.
The healthiest drink is tea.
Let's dance.
Freeze!
Inadmissible evidence! Starball! Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental gains.
Whatever would you do without me? Go on, open it up. Show me what's inside. Right here, emerge.
Ha! Incinerate! Ha! Ha! Boom boom! Ha! Chia!
Come on out. Right now, right here.
Drop! Crumble apart!
Show them.
Boom boom!
A sight to behold. Well, what do we have here?
Motion to compel! Remarkable condition. I'll protect us.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber. Well, since we want to go to... Let's look around. There
Starfall!
Come on out. Come on out.
Boom boom! Time for your arraignment!
Go on, open it up.
Drop!
the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the way.
My experiment will succeed.
Takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there! Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Paimon may have just forgot... Oh, that's right! Now that you mention it, we could use...
A reward on the road.
Test 6308. Hup. Hup.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was... She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to arrest... Now Paimon's mad! You! Over there! This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless!
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these
Well, here they come! Ha!
Starfall!
Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
Incinerate!
Two arms!
Motion to compel!
Take the target alive!
Right here. Right now. Right here. Emerge.
Shake! Drop! Invisible evidence!
Lithic Triad!
I'm always watching.
Beaten! Who goes there? Attack!
Right here. Come on out. Come on out. Emerge. What a nuisance. Right here.
Take the target alive!
Absorption test. Enhanced animal module 75. Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liu Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liu Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, these Millilith are just here to guard the scene.
So this was all a misunderstanding?
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair...
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liu as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the... Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless. I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time...
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. Either way, I will admit that the Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would the time of the Adepti has long passed. I'll stop here. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. The cream of Liyue's mercant...
Favor? But... Wait, that's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of Liue's culture. We need...
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go... Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we... Oh, right! Paimon dreamed. Paimon has a feeling that it would be... Why don't we go with that for a gift? With a certain boom shakalaka, of course. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches.
I'll take care of it.
Incinerate!
Emerge. Show them. Right here.
Let's dance! Time for your arraignment!
Well, What do we have here? Go on, open it up. Show me what's inside.
Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
Motion to compel!
Let the show begin. Huh? Is it just Paimon? Huh? Did you hear that? It seemed like it came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked...
Emerge.
There's no end to
Right
this.
here.
Incinerate!
Yikes!
A sight to behold. Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
Wrap up in flame!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers.
I was not...
I understand. Don't say that. I'm Mung Dan. A supply. I never expected that those treasure hoard. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques.
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh?
do you have a box that can store presents?
Of course we do. Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss.
Great! Paimon should...
Right now. Emerge.
Crisp. Let's end this quickly.
Crumble apart!
It's time for a flash
Motion to
break.
compel!
Stay right there.
Right here. Come on out.
Boom boom!
Let's end this quickly.
Incinerate!
This isn't good.
Remarkable condition.
da 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 da.
Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
That's that all you got?
Right here.
Can't run! Well, don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Inadmissible evidence!
Counter attack! Looks like I went too far.
Show them.
The loneliness of death.
Right now.
You can't run! Well, can I?
Nothing lasts forever.
I see through you! Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! Miscalculated.
Don't tell me that's everything. A reward on the road.
Uncle Mung already told me about many of the best goods in our store. Here, this contains...
Yep. Hang on a moment.
Sure, please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique, it's done! The wood...
Oh, yes. You might want...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all the... matching. This is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. At first, it was but the size of one day. I believe it will Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chain. As such, I have been putting up.
What?
And I finally got wind of your move.
Wait!
Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yeah.
You weren't
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering... I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not... In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the... You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Even in a new era, the Liyue Chi... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. But our enemy has long lain hidden. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends.
Ooh, is...
Why, you've kept your ear to the
That's because even the story...
That's because that wall records Leo's secret. But the secrets of the Merc... If possible. But if you were to choose... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. But after she said those, well, I won't deny that Rex Indeed. It seems that I called for the gag order with Rex Lapis's death, allowing the right of parting.
It's a set. Wait, that's right.
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
Well, we have made quite...
Yay! Paimon! One of the sheets on that wall! Don't look at Paimon like that! Just imagine. Let's grab one! The biggest... Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy. Sigil of permissions. Aw, that doesn't sound like this piece of paper show. Oh, Ningguang did say that, but research on the sigil of permit. Speaking of which, there's also some Oh, well, Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because... Anyway, we'll see it, before we look for location written down on this piece of paper. And, they look really mad at us, too.
Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
Ha! Motion to compel! Wrap up the flame!
Right here. Right now.
Say this quickly!
Come on out. Come on out.
Let's dance. Hi.
Drop! Boom boom!
Show them. Emerge.
Say this quickly!
Incinerate!
Right now. Emerge.
I'll protect us.
Boom boom! Inadmissible evidence! Starball!
Let's end this quickly! This isn't good.
Can I go catch up on my sleep? Make my escape.
Motion to compel!
Go on! Give me a go!
Right here. A sight to behold.
Not breaking a sweat! My duty at an end.
Well, what do we have here?
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. Paimon's seen this map. Oh, But how did it Oh, that talisman's maybe being able to channel divine and the last stop. Let's go.
Understood. There's no style in resorting. We can't have treasure unaccounted for. Even if an antique is priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you would...
I'll take care of it.
Show them. Right now. Right.
Boom boom! Chia! Breath of the flame! Remarkable condition.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moment. Did you enjoy your visit to the gym?
It was so big and pretty and expensive.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even...
Oh. So you also met with Kuching then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liuechi...
Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching, Ningguang, although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current... It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui...
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting?
Yes, as a matter of fact, they're...
Glaze lilies. But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the guard... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that...
No. Those lilies have all been... Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It before the Archon War. Dihua... Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. Wild glaze lilies have... But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Boom boom! Keep within the wall. Shake! Ha! What? Stance. Emerge right now. Starfall! Motion! Boom boom!
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent...
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be...
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's her face? Paimon can't remember.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Something seems a little off about Gan. She's acting different from...
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace,
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to it.
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This is a little... As a mortal, I've never dared to... But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips...
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've let's save that conversation for another day. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked...
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact...
Wow, so you really know your step...
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, if you would excuse me, I should return to my work now.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly given the ease of picking glaze lilies.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult, so you must be careful to take the time to step back.
Wow. See? Alright, I think it's...
Motion to compel! Huh. Let's appraise the value on this. Boom boom! Huh. Let's appraise the value on this.
Gate is swarming with Millilith and... the Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened. We should ask around a little, just to be safe.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. However, both sides were quite obstinate, and
it seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon.
Surely the Liu Qixing are not the sort.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the land.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have...
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler.
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it! If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is... But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this? a golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Qixing are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part, a simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me... Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square... off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Try this. Not bad, not bad, not bad. You've got a trick. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Emerge. Incinerate. Drop.
Something else catch your eye?
I'll protect it. I'm fine.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! I'll protect us. Right now. Emerge. Yikes!
You're cut above.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on! It's the Adepti! What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the Guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be... So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several... millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Looks like I went too far.
Right now, emerge. Motion to compel. Starball! Here. Right now. Incinerate!
I miscalculated.
Drop! Ha! Ha! Ja! Ja! Ha! Ja!
That is Osial's divine power. I am
Careful not to get hit.
Let the show begin.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Right here. Emerge. Right now. Starfall! The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many victories too! We can't lose!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
So don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Jillian Cars! Wow! It's Madame Ping's shockwave! This grady's really strong! Sight to behold. Ha! Emerge!
Disgusting. Send this quickly.
Right here. Right now. Right. Boom boom! Drop!
This is it. Let's move.
Starfall! I'll protect us.
Time for your arraignment! With the blood of the Chilian, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast! Drop!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Emerge. I'm always watching. Show them. Incinerate! Shake! Starfall! Look at me! Just... let me amuse myself.
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak!
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
The more, the merrier. Drop! Rumble apart!
I guess this isn't good.
Let me amuse myself a little. The systems shine. Right now, emerge. Nothing lasts forever. Breath of the flame! Shake!
Just said,
Starfall!
no excuse for slacking. My duty.
Look at me.
You're not going anywhere. Cold cut plan. 2.
Right now, the Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace!
Yes! Shine.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know... 3,700 years. According to our record, even to this very day, Liyue and its... But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that Wei Qixing, though mortal, I also thought to tell him, but I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my... Although I am a mere...
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue, the country of contracts, is grateful to the Adepti for, although their blood is weak. The time of contracts between gods and...
Seeing the port around us now, it is...
Your line of inquiry is a...
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contract... Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have but how will we ensure that the...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Adventurer! Think you can last a round against me?
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshen funeral...
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage. Indeed I was. The gnosis which I had kept for so many years suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right, which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the... All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
Ha! On the contrary, I think it is excellent.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small... If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of... My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa... Uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
contract?
One of the clauses of our contract was not...
You're... Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now. Ready, steady, go!
Oh, well, since we're going through with this... So Rex Lapis is really... Oh, come on. Do you think that there's only one real possibility at the Fatui? Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch...
Of your personal sake.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of no...
Yes, and to think that this happened right...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated...
Now that you mention it, that's... I mean, it all fit... Still, what sort of...
Ah, forget it.
Hear ye all! The Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives. Rumors and hearsay abound on the having been thwarted in his trial. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the... Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't... Exactly, right? Ooh. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contract?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Chising always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we...
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much...
Why, you... Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless? If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stay...
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon, so I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because but since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. But there is no journey.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstance, but if a person shows true strength, this is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's how...
But starting from last year...
Vision Hunt decree?
Yes. It was an...
They want to seize visions.
I should think that in the ride-in show...
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of the fact that even I, the oldest of the... knowing her, she... 7 ideals for 7 gods. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Ah, that was a good... That said, the reason why I hinted as much to the... How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right then. Was there anything...
Yeah, about that. Before the Chising made their announcement...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniable. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. All right then. Was there any... The time of the Adepti has long... Kuching is absolutely right in... Now, though I did look... Could the original person... All right then. Was there anything...
That's right. Zhongli, since Morax... Also, isn't the Golden House the...
The Mora present now will not vanish.
This is terrible.
Yes, this is indeed a... Well...
Then, did you at least set...
Oh, a private fund. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience.
This will be interesting.
Let's dance. Hi. Invisible evidence. Motion to compel. Drop. Ink.
Freeze!
Ha! Boom!
Cool it!
Incinerate!
Don't get frostbite.
I'll protect us. Objection! The law has loopholes. Don't know! Come on, we can do it! Motion to compel. Yikes! Let the show begin.
Dodge this.
Drop.
This moment will be frozen in time.
protect us. Time for your arraignment! Starball! Boom boom! Motion to compel! Incinerate! Motion to compel! Let the show begin.
Cool it!
Boom boom! Drop!
Freeze!
Incinerate! Drop! Motion to compel! Let's dance!
Dodge this!
Rumble apart! Starball!
Pay your dues.
Oh, so sorry.
I'll protect us.
Spare yourself.
Inadmissible evidence!
Dodge this!
Leaving so soon. No escape.
Keep within the law. Let's dance. Hike. Drop.
Cool it!
No escape.
Starball.
Don't get frostbite.
Let the show begin. Crumble apart.
Can't run from death.
La 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 la. Incinerate. Time for your arraignment.
Freeze!
Motion to compel. Let's dance. Drop! Incinerate!
Dodge this!
Wrap up the flame! The room! But my defense was watertight. Motion to compel. Incinerate. Drop.
in time.
Starball! Let the show begin. Huh. Hi. Huh. Yeah. Hi. Huh. Protect us. Hi. Boom boom. Drop. Ha. Incinerate.
Cool it!
Boom boom! Starball! Incinerate! Let's dance! Breath of the flame! Drop!
Freeze!
Shake! Ha! Drop!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite!
Motion to compel! Incinerate!
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Apart from another person to count on is always good after all.
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as Paimon.
Ah, yes. I do have some information. Let me consult our records. Ah, there it is. There's been a certain blonde stranger who arrived in Mondstadt lately, dressed in most
Blonde. Dress is all funny. Wait! Do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything like hers?
Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different.
Seriously?
That stranger declined the guild's invitation, so I can't say that I... Nonetheless, you can look for him if you're... After all, it is... And should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, you would... Please don't talk down on your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards... Well, as to further news about him, he stands guard at the city gate. I wish you Ad Astra Abyssos.
You're also here for Mondstadt's wine, aren't you?
da 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 da.
It's fascinating.